Now, the elections were originally scheduled for November 2016, but were delayed with a broken promise to hold them by the end of 2017. Well, the road to these elections this year has not been an easy one, often marred by violence at various parts of the country. Joining me now is a woman who will be involved in the elections, running as a candidate to become a Member of Parliament. She's the Deputy President of the M17 party, Ms. Kuku Itambo. Thanks very much for joining us. Bienvenue.
Merci.
So, all eyes are on the DRC, these elections that really have being looked at. Was President Kabila going to stand again? He's finally said he's not. And so a new era, no matter who wins, is upon the country. How are you feeling with just a month to go now to these elections?
Yeah, actually, tomorrow is the first day of campaign. At tonight, midnight, we'll start the campaign. But for us, it will be, I'm not sure that it will be a fair campaign, because Kabila's people are using public money to give to the people to run campaign, because they don't give, as in some of the countries, government give financing
yes.
Okay, for parties. So we are going to the campaign, but we know that there will be some fraud, some kind of fraud.
So these are not going to be credible elections, in your view?
Not 100%.
All
but
right.
we're ready to go to election because we think that it's time for change. We can't not say, oh, yeah, we're boycotting. I can say boycott?
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
we,
yes.
We cannot boycott the election because we leave him there.
Right.
Even though he appointed someone else, but still, he's behind him.
So one of the challenges that you face in your country, and like other countries that choose to have 50+1 and second rounds, it's first past the post, isn't it? No matter how many votes you get, you win. So does that make it easier for somebody to win if there's many opposition candidates? So in other words, with such a large number, I think it's 21 candidates. Does
for
that
the presidential?
Yes. Does that make it easier for President Kabila's candidate to win?
Yes, because they are not together. All those, all others candidates from opposition side, they cannot put their effort together and to have one candidate. If they can choose one, then they can beat that one, Mr. Hamazani. But for us, it's quite the same. No matter who will come as next president, because we are not running for the presidential. We are focused on the parliament and regional.
Yeah. All right, let's focus on you then. You've been you're starting your campaign earnestly from tomorrow. I see one woman on the presidential nominees. Is that the same at the regions and in parliament as well, where there are very few women that are represented?
Yeah, this is sad to say. Okay, for a country where women represent more than 50% of the population, it's sad to say that there's not enough women involved in politics. But it's more problem of finance. Okay, most of them, they don't have how you say it, private money.
Yes.
Okay. For me, it's different because I'm not running campaign to become parliament because of money. Because actually, I did well. You know, my husband and myself run a mining company, so we do have enough for us. So we step in just because we say that it's enough. Okay. It's unacceptable to have a country like one of the most richest in the world, and our people are so poor. So we think that it's time for change.
What will you change if you are successful and become an MP?
If I'm an MP, for sure I will be the leader of our group, because we appointed 150
yes.
candidates. So I will be for sure the leader of that group at the parliament. And we have our own vision for on development, education, health, and everything. So we think that if we can have like a part of power,
yes,
then we can make change and we'll take it from there.
South Kivu, that's where the constituency you're trying to make a change. And we've seen a lot of violence in that part of the world, part of the country, and other parts. We're seeing these rebel forces, armed groups, some of them rearming themselves. How do you manage that?
It's quite a challenge for all of us. We cannot build development, nothing without peace. And this is why I'm here. I'm asking South African government and all Africa to help Congo to go for a very peace country, because if Congo there's no peace in Congo, there's no peace anywhere in Africa finally. So this is my message, my message to South African people.
So tell me about these more than 100,000 voting machines that have come into this particular election. Are you happy with those?
I will say no. I'm not particularly happy with that, but still, the problem is not the machine. It's the people who will be working on those machines. So if we want a fair election, we can make it. It's all about people. It's not really the machine.
How can the international community help your country to have credible elections?
To control. Don't let Kabila people to control everything, because the number one of the National Commission actually is not from the opposition. Officially is from the opposition, but he works for Kabila. The number two is working for Kabila. All of them are appointed their own family as candidate. So it means they will do whatever they can do for them to win. Okay, they can't be impartial.
So you're the deputy president of M17. Isn't this where Kabila started?
Actually, yes.
So what happened?
But when the late Kabila, Mzee Laurent Désiré Kabila, been assassinated, Joseph Kabila, our president, just stepped in the power and decided to create PPRD, his own party. And in PPRD, you can say that the way they are running the country is not in the same vision that the father was there. Okay. So this is why we break apart and we remain in M17 with the father's vision, and we let him do whatever he wants to do with the country.
Okay. Malheureusement, we've run out of time.
Thank you.
But thank you very much indeed for coming.
C'est moi qui vous remercie.
Bonne chance for the elections, and hopefully we'll talk to you next time as an MP elected.
For sure, next year, January.
Thank you so much.
You.
Take care.
Thank you.